Okay, here goes the dado setup again. So I did the rabbits in the end, a full 3/4. That's just my line to mark it. This is the dado, so it gives me a 12-inch shelf on the top, and then this will give me a 9-inch shelf on the bottom. Oh man, I wanted them 9.5, which means I cut the other one wrong too. Dang, guess I'm getting a 9-inch shelf. Follow your plan. So I got this one marked, and really it's as simple as just taking the router and going over. I'm going to try and do it while, see if you can see here. Everything's tight. I'm going to put this on here, turn it on, and then just slide it across. Very simple. Yeah, of course, the camera was bouncing around back there. So now with this jig, what you do is you turn it around. I got it marked where I want on this adjustable side. Put it back in the track and do the same thing. This will get this bottom part now. Now, one thing I found out with this adjuster, right, when you set your router down, make sure you set it down on this side, not this side, because the weight may be enough to pressure or change that a little bit. So, what do we have here? Let's get my shelf cutoff piece. Just squeeze it in there just tight. Perfect. Now I will have on this side, because that's the top of the shelf, this is the bottom. I'm still pissed about my 9-inch shelf there. Half-inch ain't gonna make a difference. So this is the side, this is gonna be a shelf, right? I'm still gonna put a 1-inch strip in here for support, and I'm also gonna run a piece in here for support, just in case. It'll make it look thicker and nicer too after I finish these edges. But there we go. I got all the sides, the shelves are cut. I didn't do the shelf separators yet. But I need to edge band the good sides, so I'm using the glue-on edge banding, so I need to do that to all the pieces. I'm going to sand them first, edge band them, and then they're ready for stain. So I can put all this together, again, because of my stairs going upstairs, or my stairway going upstairs. I can't carry this upstairs, so I have to pre-finish everything, get it all done, and then assemble upstairs. So I could always dry fit down here. I'm not going to cut the backer board. Oh, sorry, just lost my hearing. I'm not going to cut the 3/4 panel that goes on the back yet, because I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to want it to be. I can't get one big panel because it's 63 by 63. So I think I'm going to go from the bottom of the shelf to the middle of this shelf, and then a second piece from the middle of this shelf to the top. But until I get the frame done, I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, here's where we are in the hutch. I brought it upstairs just to see if I can make it upstairs instead of taking all this apart. I screwed all this together just to dry fit it. And instead of taking out all these screws and stuff, I wanted to see if I can make it up my stairs in one piece. I can if I take the bottom off. And then once I put the back on, there's no way to get downstairs unless I take the bottom and the back off, which is fine. At least this way I can putty the holes, where before I wouldn't have been able to do that, since all this stuff has to like come apart to get down my stairs. So this will go on my desk. I'll have 4 monitors mounted in here. And then I got these bookshelves. Originally I was going to put an edge here for so it wouldn't bow. But really with these shelf dividers screwed in, that's not going to bow. So I got 12 inches and not my 9.5 I wanted. I got 8 and 15/16 is what it actually came out to be, which is fine. I'll just put smaller stuff up there. But I'm happy. Rack's a little until the 3/4 back goes on. Why 3/4? Because I'm mounting 4 monitors with brackets. So I didn't want to do 1/4 or 1/2 inch. I wanted something more stable. So now I will putty these. I will do the edge banding with it on like this, which might be a challenge in some of these areas. I won't be able to use the edge banding tool, but I'll be able to trim it with a knife just fine. Lightly sand it, and I'm actually going to put drop cloths down up here and stain and poly it in this room. The back I will stain and poly in the basement, but for now this part's done. So happy with the way it turned out. The dados, rabbits, everything turned out well so far.